Hello beautiful people, in today's video I'm going to be doing two looks using the new Natasha Denona Midi Retro Palette. Here it is right here. I have some thoughts on it as I go through and do these two looks. I don't have any comparison swatches in this video. I've seen several videos with those comparison swatches out there, but I am going to do I'm going to hold up some of my palettes and show you what they look like together, and yeah, so if you want to see these two looks and my thoughts, then let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I already have a little bit of, I always put a little bit of a shimmer in the crease, just to, I find it helps things blend out in my crease, and for that I use two of my MAC eyeshadows here. The first one is All That Glitters and Naked Lunch. All That Glitters and Naked Lunch. I actually just hit pan on that, I see. Fun! Okay, so here we have this beautiful palette here, and I'm going to start with, I think I'm going to use more of the peachy tones here just because I'm really into peach lately, and then I'm going to do two looks. Obviously I just said that in my intro, but I'm going to start off with the peachy tones and then see where we go from there. Excuse my mirror, I need to see it. I need to use it, whatever. I'm already rambling. Okay, so this Go-Go shade has been, I've been eyeing that shade since I saw this palette, so I'm going to start off with that, and it is a cream to powder. So I'm going to use I'm going to start off with this brush here. It is an old 217 from MAC, and I'm just going to take that, and I'm going to put that in the crease. So pretty. Now I just got this in the mail a few hours ago, so I swatched a few shadows because I really wanted to see what they look like on my arm, and let me tell you, my arm is stained now, so that's fun. Yeah. Okay, so this shade, oh my gosh, I love this color. It is the perfect pink with a little bit of peach. It's like a salmon but with a little bit of depth. I love it. And of course, you know, cream to powder. At first I wasn't going to get this palette when I first saw it, but you know, as Natasha Denona started swatching it and then talking about it, and then I found out that it had all these cream to powders, and I love that formula, as you know if you watch my videos. Alright, so that is the first shade there. Very pretty. Very pretty. I'm just going to build it up a little bit more down here just to see how much more depth we can get from it. If it's like a one-trick pony, or if you can and it looks like you can build it up because that went a little bit darker. So that's nice. Okay, and then I'm going to take the shade. I really like the shade Vivian for some reason. I don't know why, but I swatched it on my arm and it's so light and pretty, but for some reason I just really, really like it. So actually I might save that for after. Yeah, I'll save that for after. I'm not going to go with that just yet. Okay, I'm going to take a little bit of, let's do Amara. I'm going to take a little bit of Amara on the outer corner here. And for that, I'm going to use a smaller brush. Actually, I'm just going to use the same one, but I'm going to concentrate it on the outer area there. This one is not a cream to powder, this one is just a matte. So I'm going to take that here, and I'm just going to apply it. That's pretty. Oh my goodness. What a beautiful color. And I really feel that, I think because the cream to powder is a bit more of I'm going to say the word moist. I know some people that word really gets to them, but because of it's that kind of consistency of a formula, the mattes really grip on over top of them. I'm just taking a smaller brush and I'm just packing Amara closer to the lid where I have nothing. Now I didn't set my eye primer, and I used my Morphe eye primer for this today. And usually I don't have a lot of luck blending a darker color into my crease area just because I have a bone here and it just literally just catches every single shadow I put on. So I'm just going to be careful with how I blend that, just because I don't want it to Let me just add a little bit more of Amara there before I go and blend some of it away. And I'm taking that other brush again. I'm just going to wipe it off, and I'm going to go back into the shade Go-Go. And I'm going to take that and I'm going to put that in between the two to help blend. Alright, I think I'm liking the way that is looking. She also did a live and said that the cream to powders in this palette, so this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one here. She said that you can use the lighter cream to powders to blend out the darker colors if you have a hard time blending them out. She also said that because she went with the nude and mauves in this palette, that she was going to, she's not done with the retro line, so for those of you who are really, really hoping for greens, they're coming. They're coming. And I just did want to, you know, I know a lot of people have already pointed this out in their videos, but even though this and this palette don't look like this is an expansion from this one, if you cover up the two greens here, I'm going to try and do this, I think that the peachy colors here do go very well with the peachy colors in this corner here. I think they go very, very beautiful with it. As you can see there, like, to me they fit well. And then this is more of your mauve side, which is cool. I don't have a lot of mauve eyeshadows, so I thought this palette would be a nice addition to my collection. And before I finish the rest of the eye look, why is my camera looking all pink and red? There we go. She also said that she made it to be a companion to, oh, I almost dropped it. She said that she made it to be a companion to the Glam palette. So there is these two palettes together. I think they look very well together. And then I know people are doing comparisons, but the Love palette, I'll just compare that real quick. I could do this in my intro or in my outro, but I'm going to do it now. Oh, I have one of the shades taken out because I put it in another palette, but... So they're similar, but they're not the same. At all. This one's more cool tone, more toned down. Okay, come on, let's focus now. Okay, let's continue on with this look, shall we? Alright, I'm going to add a little bit of glitter glue because I'm going to go in with the shade Patty, and I'm going to take that all over the lid here. So going with Patty here on my finger. It's a very pretty color. I'm going to take that all on the corner there. Alright. Not bad, not bad, not bad. I'm going to go back in with Amara just to strengthen the structure out here because I lost it when I put on Amara. No, I lost it when I put on Patty. Okay. I'm liking the way that's looking right now. I'm going to take a little more Go-Go and add it here. I'm going to try and take a little bit of Amara just a little bit further up. There we go. Blend, blend, blend. Okay, that looks nice. I like that. Alright, now I'm going to take the shade Vivian and I'm going to apply that in this part right here. It's this shade right here. And that's just going to brighten up and then add some blend to this. Oof. That shade just makes me, I don't know why I like it so much. It's so weird. And see, it really helped with the blend out here. If you can see, I lost some of my my Go-Go shade. I'm going to add some more of that because I didn't realize that would work mix so well to blend it out. Yeah, okay. Alright, so that is that. I'm going to take a little bit of, I'm debating on whether I'm going to take psychedelic or whether I'm going to take glitz. So glitz is got more of a gold undertone, which may go with the peach. Sorry, this is glitz, and this is psychedelic. Psychedelic has more sparkles in it, more reflex. So this is psychedelic, and this is glitz. So glitz is a little more toned down, a little more of a topper. Even though psychedelic is a topper as well, it's just got a little bit more like impact to it. And I think with this peachy, honestly, I think they both would look good with this look. What am I going to go with? I'm going to take a little bit of psychedelic. Alright, here we go. So pretty. And I'm going to take a little bit of glitz. Just because, why not? Alright, and I'm just going to tap that everywhere, I guess. Alright, so that is the first look complete. I just need to go in more. Sorry, with Go-Go again. I feel like, there we go. And a little bit more Amara. I didn't want to lose. There we go. I wanted more out there than what I had. Perfect. I like that. I just needed to bring Amara up just a little bit higher. Just give me more of a smoky look that I was looking for. Okay, for the inner corner, I'm going to go and add glitz to the inner corner. Just to blend everything together to make it look more cohesive. Because you know I like doing that. Alright, that is it. I'm going to go ahead and apply liner. And then we'll figure out what we're doing for the lower lash line. Alright, so I did foundation on half my face because this side I don't know if I'm going to have fallout with the shades I'm going to use next. So I'm going to go first in with my Laura Mercier Caviar Stick in the shade Magnetic Pink. And I'm just going to apply that as a base. I'm not sure if I'm going in with a cream to powder, so I'm not sure if I need it, but you know, force of habit. And I'm going to take a pencil brush that I'm going to wipe off first. And I'm going to go into the shade Go-Go first of all. And then I'm going to take the shade, what did I decide? Helio. So Go-Go first, and then I'm going to take Helio after. This shade just makes my mouth water. It's beautiful. Is that a weird way to describe a color that you really, really like? It is what it is. Alright. So Helio's on there. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade Vivian also. This beautiful cream to powder right here. And I'm going to put that on the first part here. Going back into the shade Go-Go. Just blend. Go a little bit lower. I almost don't even want to take the shade Helio. Like, I almost just want to leave it like this. But I'm gonna. So the shade Helio here, it's a beautiful peachy mauve, obviously, like that's peachy, taupey mauve. That's how I would describe it, which is, I think, fitting. Okay, let's start putting it, oh, I almost don't want to. But I know it'll make it pretty, so let's do it. I'm just going to stick it over top. It still gives a really pretty effect, even after covering up Go-Go and Vivian. Those colors together are just beautiful. And then I'm going to go back into the shade Amara, and I'm going to take that just on the outer part here, just to give it a little bit of depth. And I'm going to join it up to the shade above it, which is also Amara. There we go. I'm liking the way that's looking. Okay, so for the inner corner, I don't think the shade Glitz is going to give me enough impact for the inner corner. I'll try it, but I don't think it's going to. Let me just wet my brush real quick here. Alright, just wet it with a little bit of Urban Decay All-Nighter. And I'm going to take it just at the corner here. And I'm going to apply it right on the inner corner. Okay, I mean, it's not... I usually go for something a little lighter on the inner corner. Although this is pretty, it's not light enough. So I'm taking my Mini Love palette and I'm taking the shade True. And I'm just going to apply that a little bit right over top just to help brighten it a smidge. Just because that's what I like. That's what I prefer. It is what it is. Okay, and then I'm going to apply, I could do, you know what, let's just do burgundy. I have a burgundy pencil here. Or do I do purple? Lighter, darker? Let's try this one. Let's go with this one too. Alright. And then to top that off, I'm going to take the shade... Let's go into the shade Groove. And top that off there. Alright, I'm not sure if I went overboard there, but it's the direction it called me in. Alright, let me go ahead and apply mascara and I'll show you the completed look. Alright, so here is the completed look with the mascara on. I will zoom in real quick before I move on to the next eye. So that is the eye there. Alright, let's zoom out and I will start off with the other eye. Alright, so for the second look I'm going to have to obviously switch sides because this side's already done, so. Alright, so I'm going to go into this part of the palette here and I'm going to play with the shade Opart, which has caught my eye. It's the very first time I saw her swatch this palette. And I might go in with Jude, and then we'll see for the lower lash line with the shade Andy and the shade Glitz. Yeah, that's rough plan. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'm just going to start off with this. I should probably wipe it off a little bit first because it has the shade Go-Go on it from the previous look. Alright, so going into the shade Opart, I'm going to take that on basically the lid and blend it into the crease. We will see how this goes. Almost the entire lid. I'm going to leave the first part free for the shade Jude to go on, but this color is gorgeous. Alright. And once again, this side, the lighting is throwing me off, but I'm going to try and do my best to make it work. I'm just using my palette here just to get me in a different light, just so I can see what I'm doing. This is a really nice color. It's like gray. But when you blend it out, like, you don't even need a transition color because it blends out to like a really light brown. I mean, it is taupe, so there is brown in taupe. But this shade is so pretty. I think the shade Vivian would even look nice to help blend the shade out with. I might go in with a little bit of Vivian. That once again is this shade right here. A really nice light peachy neutral color. So I'm just going to take Vivian. I'm just going to take some on the outer edge here. Just to blend and give a seamless... Did you hear that? My dryer just told me it's done. Alright, I'm just getting a little bit of fallout, but it doesn't really matter because I have yet to do my foundation on this side of my face anyway, so I'm just going to keep on going on with it. I'm going to get a flat brush. So I have my flat MAC brush here from 217. And I'm going to go into Opart and I'm just going to apply that on the actual lid closer to the lash line. That's a pretty color. And then just going to take some more and blend it up into the crease a little bit. Alright. I'm going to go into the shade Jude next, and I'm going to take a little bit of glitter glue I always use glitter glue when I'm doing a shimmer. It is what it is. I've said that saying several times during this video. I'm sorry, apparently it's the saying of the day. Alright, wiping my finger off, going into the shade Jude, this beautiful taupey mauve shade. I'm applying that on the first half of the lid right here. Alright. That is very pretty. I like that. I'm going to take a little bit of the shade, I'm going to go with the shade Vivian again, and just apply it to the inner part here, just to lighten and blend a little bit. Interesting. It's picking up. That is so interesting. So putting the shade Vivian over top of the shade Jude and Opart, it's turning it like a dusty, I would say like a shade like that, but a little bit deeper. I'm not sure if you guys can see it on camera, but do you see how it's turning like a mauvey purple color there? I mean, it makes sense given the colors were blending together because Vivian has a bit of a pink to it. So if we're going to put it over top of a mauvey taupey brown, it makes complete sense. Wow, man, I love the way the colors are just blending together. Alright, I think that might be it for this look. Maybe I'll do a little bit of, I know I used Helio in this look, but let's just add a little bit of it to the outer corner here, just to see what it does. It's just going to add a little bit more brightness. I see that now. It does look nice though. And then I'm going to go back into the shade Opart with a smaller brush. Sorry guys. Alright, Opart, and I'm just going to apply this just to the very end, just to help deepen once again. Okay. For the inner corner, I think I'm going to apply the shade, let's do Glitz again, just because I'm a sucker for glitter and glam, and I want to see what that color looks like with this combination. Very pretty. I like that so much. I'm just going to go with a little bit more of Jude on the inner corner here, just to intensify what I may have lost through blending. And then for the brow bone, I'm going to go into the shade Maud, which is a pink off-white. And I'm going to take this on the brow bone. You know, I didn't think I would like this palette so much, but this palette is turning out to be a hit in my books. Alright, just taking that blending brush that I used to blend Opart, and I'm just blending the brow bone color into the blend there. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of this side with foundation and whatnot, apply a little bit of brown eyeliner, and then I'll come back and do the lower lash line with you guys. Alright, so I got my foundation on, put blush on, finished the face. I'm going to go ahead and do the lower lash line now for this side. And I was originally going to just stick to like the taupes. I'm really liking the way this is turning out, by the way. I was going to wait till the end to tell you my opinions, but so far, like, I'm shocked at how much I like this palette so far, and I've only done 2 looks with it, so yeah. Anyways, let's carry on. I'm going to use the shade Andy because I want to see how the purples play in with the taupes here. So I'm going to start off by applying a base, just because I just do that. Magnetic Pink from Laura Mercier. Alright, going in with the shade Andy with my pencil brush here. And I'm taking that start on the outer half. And then I'm going to take the shade Glitz, which is this bright, not bright, but the pinkish gold there. And I'm going to take that on a really tiny brush, and I'm going to pack that on to the inner corner here. Alright, that's better. I like the way that looks a lot, actually. I'm just going to go in with the shade Andy. It was a lot more. And Glitz a little bit more. And I'm going to take Glitz in the inner corner as well. And I'm also going to top that off with the little, this shade here, again from the Love palette, because I find that works really well with it. Alright, and then I'm just going to apply some nude liner. You could go with brown, but I'm going to keep it a little, you could do smoky, you could do whatever you want. I'm just going to keep nude, just to keep it light. Alright. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and apply mascara and then come back and show you guys the finished look. Alright, so here is the completed second look. I will zoom in on the eyes, so you can see it. So this is the second look. Hopefully you can see the difference in tones on there. The only thing I added off camera while I was adding mascara was I added just a little bit of Opart to the outer edge right there. Like right there, just to help things blend, and it just blends in so seamlessly and so well. These colors work together so beautifully. Alright, I will zoom you out, or, you know, there's the other eye. There's the other eye there. Alright, let me zoom you out. For lipstick, I just used whatever I had on my desk, which was MAC's Flesh Pot. It worked well with both the peach tones and the cooler grays taupes. Let me just, where is, oh, I don't have it here, but this is this look here. And this is that look there. Let me know in the comments section what look you prefer. I like them both so much, but I'm especially impressed with how this eye came out, how everything just worked together so well. I'm actually really impressed, shocked, I don't know. I didn't think that I would like this palette as much as I do, but at this point in time, this is, I don't want to say my favorite of her midi palettes, but I need to use it a couple more times, but so far, like, I'm just like, the colors work together so beautifully. I'm not going to sit here and keep saying the same things over and over again because, I mean, I don't want to sound redundant, but, so yeah, here's two looks here that I'm doing with this palette. I'm going to do another one tomorrow, and I'm going to use more of the burgundies because I did, you know, focus on the peachy side here, and then I did the cool taupes on this side. I'm going to do, I think, a look with the burgundies tomorrow with the shade Rebellion. Maybe Psychedelic, I'm not too sure what else I'm going to use, but I'm going to pull in the burgundy, so you'll have 3 solid looks from me. So yeah, if you want to see that video coming up, it should be up probably Monday or Tuesday. Here in Canada, Monday's a holiday, so I can edit it and put it up if I film it tomorrow. But yeah, subscribe if you want to see that and get notified of it. But I hope you guys enjoyed these 2 first impression looks with this palette. Again, I don't want to say it's going to be my favorite palette, but like it may be up there in like my ranking of things. We'll see. I'm just impressed with how some of these shadows performed and turned out. I didn't have any trouble with either of them. They all blended beautifully. I didn't think I would like the shade Patty at first, but then after using it in conjunction with the other shadows and then having the, having the glitz and then the psychedelic over top of it, I really like the way Patty looks in the inner corner here. It's just beautiful. Anyways, yeah, I'm going to stop rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching. Oh, I wanted to say one more thing. This palette has inspired me with my little minis here, so I just wanted to show you. So here is the, obviously, the retro, and then I just wanted to show you the mini. Oh yeah, I picked this up a little while ago in a haul here. I just think these colors, especially with the peaches here at the bottom. I just think these colors would look so beautiful together. That plum there would look really good with the burgundies there, as well as like the peaches down here. It's hard to show this. Maybe like, one sec. Like that. There we go. So I think the Mini Zendo palette would work beautifully paired with this palette, as well as, like I said, the Mini Retro. If I can get this out here without dropping anything and shattering any of my palettes. Obviously mine is the greens, but even the greens would pair nicely with the peaches because there is peaches in the Mini Retro. But I really want to do a look with the shade Amara and the shade, this one here from the Mini Retro palette, the shade Pixie. I think that those peaches down there would look beautiful paired with the Mini Retro. Anyways, those are just my thoughts. I wanted to share them with you. This palette has inspired me. I haven't been really feeling inspired lately by makeup, but this palette has sparked my creative makeup creativity inside me. Whatever I'm trying to say. But yeah, I'm going to let you go so I don't continue on rambling. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and you guys will see me in my next one. Bye!